beautiful morning, in a small and cozy house, a clever little girl named Lily was engrossed in watching cartoons. Her dad wanted to make the apple-filled buns that Lily loves so much, but he discovered they were out of flour. A gentle voice called out from the kitchen, "Lily, could you come in here with me for a moment?" Lily reluctantly tore her eyes away from the screen and quickly ran into the kitchen. "Let's make those apple buns you like, but we're all out of flour. Can you help me by going to the supermarket to buy some?" Dad said to Lily. Hearing about her favorite buns, Lily squealed with delight and nodded eagerly, ready to take on the important mission. Her dad tenderly placed a small blue helmet on her head, carefully fastening the strap, and then put a cute little backpack on her.
Ở nhà ba dọn cái bếp xong rồi về để ba làm cho Ly nhá. Đây, giỏi lắm. Ly cẩn thận nhá. Đúng rồi.
Confident and independent, Lily walked out onto the porch by herself, where her familiar wooden cart was waiting, and began her little adventure with a look of determination. After a short distance, she saw a few small children playing happily. Drawn in by their cheerful laughter, Lily stopped her cart, intending to run over and play. But then she suddenly remembered the important task her dad had given her. She couldn't keep him waiting. Lily quickly said goodbye to her friends, gripped the handle of her wooden cart, and hurried towards the supermarket. She arrived at the supermarket, her bright eyes scanning around for the items her dad had mentioned. She stopped at the fruit counter, carefully selecting the reddest, juiciest apples.
2.
Lily knew this was the secret ingredient for their wonderful buns. After carefully choosing the apples, Lily also picked up a small bag of flour, loaded everything onto her cart, and began her journey home.
Thank you. La la la.
On the way back, while pushing her little cart full of her successful haul, Lily suddenly saw an old woman sitting huddled by the side of the road. She stopped her cart, hesitated for a moment, and then, without further thought, took the biggest, reddest apple from her basket, trotted over, and placed it in the old woman's hand. Although no words were spoken, Lily felt a warm joy spread throughout her body. That small act made her feel happier than watching a good movie or eating a delicious treat. When she got home, Lily proudly showed her dad her successful shopping trip.
Dad. Dad.
Ồ, về đây con. Đồ đâu? Rồi, chào ba tiếng nhé. Đây rồi ha. Đi học quá ha. Đi một thôi nè. Rồi. Đâu, qua được vào đây thử thế nào. Đó. Chào mọi người nhá. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu mình làm bánh đi nhá. Đi thì mình bột sẵn rồi nè. Rồi, táo này. Hôm nay mình làm bánh táo ha. Được không?
The two of them went into the kitchen together. The small kitchen suddenly became lively.
Ủa? Rồi, tiền đâu ra súp nào. Súp nè.
Dad poured the flour into a bowl and slowly added water while stirring.
Súp. Giỏi quá. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Rồi, vậy thôi ha. Đây rồi. Rồi, chọn lên tí ha. Dạo quá hả? Thì dạo kéo luôn. Đã quá ha. Trời, mẹ bị đẹp lắm liền nha. Đấy, thấy chưa? Nghe. Không. Wow.
When the dough started to come
Đây nào.
together, he said,
Ồ,
All
bây giờ
right,
tay xin cho
time
đi
to use our
nhá.
hands.
Quên mất
But
ha.
first, we have to
Đây,
wash
đi
them
làm bánh
very
nha.
well. With that, he lifted Lily up to the sink.
Rửa tay sạch sẽ mình làm bánh nhé. Quên mất ha.
Carefully lathered her tiny hands with fragrant soap
Đây, đây,
and rinsed them with clean water.
Bánh bông. Rồi, con đến đây nào. Vào đây. Tay cho ba nào. Ui giời. Quá ha. Đấy, mình như vậy lát thì mình ăn phải đau bụng ha. Đó. Ai chặt thơm quá. Thơm quá rồi ha.
After they both dried their hands, Dad began to knead the dough on the table until it was smooth and soft.
Bắt đầu tiếp nha. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu lên trộn bột này. Đây. Em cần đi. Đúng rồi, con muốn cầm lắm hả? Đây. Thử đi, thử đi. Lấy đi, lấy đi. Đây này, đây này. Và con lấy đi, lấy đi. Đây đây, đúng rồi, đây đây. Đây đây.
Lily watched with curiosity and imitated him, taking a small piece of dough and molding it in her hands, thoroughly enjoying herself.
Dính cái đáy bếp á, dính liền. Đúng rồi, giỏi. Thơm quá ha. Bây giờ mình chuyển qua mình làm cái này nhá. Đây ha.
While they waited for the dough to rest, they moved on to making the filling.
Đây là làm gì? Rồi, cái này mà làm 8 cái ly nhá. Chú ba được không? Chú ba được không? Này. Đúng rồi. Giỏi lắm. Ok, giỏi. Ngon quá hả? Cái này ba cắt táo và bỏ vào trong nhân nha, nhân bánh nha.
Dad peeled the apples and diced them into tiny, neat
Táo
cubes.
ngon quá hả?
Lily helped by putting the cut
Táo đi
apple
mua đấy.
pieces into
Rồi,
a bowl.
đây nha. Rồi.
The most exciting part finally arrived. Dad pinched off small balls of dough, flattened them into wrappers,
Rồi đây ha.
placed a spoonful of apple filling in the center, and skillfully pinched the edges together, creating beautiful little buns. Lily didn't shape the buns herself. She sat beside him, watching his every move with a look of pure admiration.
Dính cái đáy bếp á. Dính cái gì ạ? Ngon không? Đây.
Each time her dad finished a bun, he would hand it to her. She would carefully take the masterpiece with both hands and gently place it in the steamer, arranging them neatly for the final step.
Bỏ đây ha. Được không? Thử đi. Đúng rồi. Đây, cho xem này. Muốn xem đúng không? Rồi, con bỏ trên kia đi. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Đây nha, bỏ đây ha. Đẹp không? Bỏ kia đi coi. Giỏi. Bạn lấy cái này để đi ăn nhé. Ngon hả? Để bạn đi ăn bánh ha.
When the buns were all lined up in the steamer, Dad placed it on the stove to steam. While they waited, they prepared some more fruit for dessert.
Xong rồi hả? Xong rồi hả? Xong rồi rồi. Đây cho ba nào. Cho ba rửa tí nữa ăn bánh nha.
Soon, when the pristine white buns were cooked, a sweet, fragrant aroma filled the entire house.
Chờ tí nha. Chờ tí nha. Chờ xíu. Bánh nhân táo nè.
Dad carefully took the buns out and placed them on a plate.
Thêm một cái vào một cái nha.
Wow.
Rồi, đi thôi. Đi thôi. Đây, mình ngồi đây ha.
He set the meal on the table. Lily sat in her chair,
Đây, đây.
eagerly looking at their creation. She picked up a fork, carefully speared a piece of a bun, and slowly brought it to her mouth.
Ngon quá ha. Không ngờ lại ngon vậy ha. Như này cho ba. Bên trong có nhân đấy, nhân táo đấy. Lần đầu tiên đi ăn cái bánh này mọi người, bánh nếp ấy, bánh nếp nhân táo.
The sweetness of the flour and the aroma of the filling blended
hả?
together, creating a truly special flavor.
Ngon nhỉ. Ngon quá. Anh Ninh nhá. Bếp ha.
The simple meal was filled with laughter and happiness, the sweet result of their combined effort and love. Under the warm morning sun, Lily, with a small bamboo basket on her back, walked with her dad through a garden shaded by banana trees, starting a joyful day of work.
Tới rồi, tới rồi. Đúng rồi.
Wow, you won!
Đây,
Thank you!
When they reached the green vegetable garden, the clever Lily, already wearing her cute straw hat,
để bắt đi những cái đậu non để ăn nhá.
briskly followed her dad to harvest. They each had a task. Dad picked the long, green bunches of vegetables, while Lily carefully took them and placed them in the bamboo basket on her back.
Này, dài chơi này đi.
Oh, wow!
Không? À.
Dad!
Oh.
She was very eager, actively reaching out to help her dad, and soon the basket was full, the fruit of their hard work.
Cho ly này. Cho ly vào đây này.
Huh? Oh,
Này hơi nhiều ly ha. Đi ly ơi. Đi chưa? Đi về thôi.
Ahem.
Xuống này. Xuống đi, xuống đi.
Yahoo!
Đi nào con.
After harvesting a basket of fresh long beans from the garden, Lily and her dad went inside.
Ở đây con. Đúng rồi, ở đây ngồi này. Đây. Giờ phụ ba mẹ này tí không?
Okay.
Nè, bà chị đi vẽ nha nè. Đó, con bỏ đây nha.
Lily sat beside him, attentively helping him snap the long beans into shorter pieces to prepare for
Thấy
lunch.
chưa? Đây. Đây, xong rồi ha. Ui ui, giỏi quá, bỏ lên con. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Này, bè thử cái này đây. Giỏi quá. Không ngồi đây nhá, ngồi đây chờ ba tí nhá. Ngồi xem TV chờ ba tí.
While her dad was busy in the kitchen, Lily looked out into the yard and saw plastic bottles scattered about. She frowned at the messy sight. Without needing to be told, an idea popped into her head. Lily ran out to the porch and began her cleanup mission.
Wow. Hey.
She went around the yard, carefully picking up each bottle and placing it neatly in the cart. The clinking sound of plastic bottles accompanied Lily's every step. When the cart was full, she used all her strength to pull it to a weighing station outside. There,
Bạn giúp
she
bỏ vào đây cho tôi
carefully
nhé.
unloaded all the plastic bottles into a large basket.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ồ, cũng được nhiều đó. Để mình cân thử nha. Bạn xem nè.
The buyer
Ủa,
placed the
20.000.
basket on the scale and after checking the weight, gave
20.000
Lily a
nha.
small amount of money.
Để mình lấy tiền cho. Của bạn nè.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Lily was thrilled to hold the first money she had ever earned and happily pulled the empty cart back home. She arrived just as the delicious smell of food wafted from the kitchen. She ran inside, proudly showing her dad the money she had earned.
Chờ ba tí nha. Có cái ghế ngồi chờ ba tí đi. Có ghế ngồi đi con. Chờ ba tí nha. Có gì cần đây? Để đâu đây con? Cho ba hả? Cho ba hả? Con nhé.
Her dad was surprised, then laughed affectionately, his eyes filled with pride. He patted his little daughter's head, praising her for her diligence and initiative. Lunch was ready on the small wooden table. Dad had prepared a hearty meal of steamed sweet potatoes and green beans for Lily. She sat at her table, happily enjoying the delicious food.
Làm gì có tiền đấy hả? Giỏi quá ha. Đấy, bà thưởng cái ly đấy. Ngon vẻ này, ngon này. Ngon lắm. Đúng rồi đấy. Ngon quá cậu cái ly hả?
Lunch that day seemed tastier than ever because it was seasoned not just with flavor, but with the sweet taste of hard work and the boundless love between a father and his daughter. At midday, the summer sun was quite harsh. Dad was still diligently hoeing the soil in the garden, while Lily, wearing a wide-brimmed straw hat and a bright yellow outfit, watched him attentively. After a moment, seeming to want to help, she moved closer.
Đi đâu vậy? Ly ơi, nắng ấy, ở nhà đi, ta làm gì? Hả? Trời nắng đấy, ở nhà nghỉ đi nhá, ốm ở nhà nghỉ đi con. Ha. Tí nữa ba về mua đồ cho ăn nhé. Quay này, trời ơi, quay này. Nhưng mà sâu hết rồi. Sâu hết rồi. Thôi đi vô mát nghỉ đi con nhé. Đi vô mát đi con.
Noticing his little daughter's forehead was beaded with sweat, Dad stopped his work and said gently, "Lily, it's very sunny. Why don't you go inside and play where it's cool so you don't get sick?"
Đang ốm đừng có ra ngoài nắng ha. Được chưa con? Ngoan lắm, ngồi đây chơi nhé. Ta làm xong cái ba đón về.
Obeying her dad, Lily nodded and ran towards the house. Dad continued his work. He then used a large blue watering can to water the plants. But instead of going all the way inside, Lily found a shadier corner of the garden to play in. Seeing some eggplant plants laden with fruit, she picked a few to eat. Afterwards, spotting a familiar guava tree, Lily playfully climbed it for a while. When she got bored, she climbed back down.
Đi về rồi.
As soon as her feet touched the ground, Lily suddenly discovered a large, round watermelon hidden under the leaves nearby. Her eyes lit up. This was an unexpected discovery. She immediately ran over and, with all her might, tried to roll the watermelon towards where her dad was working. But the watermelon was too heavy. It only budged a little before stopping. After struggling for a while with no success, Lily decided to go find reinforcements. She ran back to where her dad was working. Seeing Lily, her dad asked in surprise,
Đi đâu đây?
"Oh,
Hả? Cái
I
gì?
thought you went
Chưa về
inside."
à? Chưa về à? Không thấy nắng hả? Chưa đi về à? Về nghỉ đi chứ. Ốm về nghỉ đi chứ con. Ra nắng ốm nữa đấy ha. Sao có cái gì đấy? Có cái gì hả?
Lily pointed towards the
Sao đi?
bushes, gesturing and
Sao?
chattering
Có gì hả?
as she recounted the story
Tìm
of
được
her
cái gì hay
treasure
hả?
discovery.
Vậy hả? Đâu, sát tay xem nào ha. Sát tay xem nào.
Understanding his daughter, Dad smiled and let Lily lead him by the hand to where the watermelon was.
Đâu? Có gì cho ba xem nào? Hả? Đâu? Đâu? Đi đi. À, đây. À, bên đó hả? Đâu đâu, đi ba xem nào. Bên đó hả? Ui trời ơi. À, wow. Đây hả? À. Trời ơi, sao lại có quả trời. Biết nó chín chưa nhỉ? Quả trời chưa chín á. Bắt sớm quá đi. Bắt hơi sớm đấy. Quả xanh đó. Này, ta thử xem. Mai nay về làm nước cho Ly hả? Thôi rồi để ba bê về nhá. Này mong là nó chín ha. Chứ xanh là dở lắm đi ha. Rồi, bắt sớm quá. Bắt sớm quá ha. Phát hiện ra hả? Biết nó chín, nếu chín thì tốt
Dad
ha.
gently lifted the watermelon and helped Lily carry it
luôn rồi.
home.
Đi con. Đi về này, tay cầm này. Qua đây đi, qua đây trong đi, vào đóng cửa nhá. Qua đây vào đóng cửa nhá, không sao đâu. Đúng rồi. Đi nào đi. Rồi, đây. Con lấy. Đây, con đây. Này mệt quá ha. Thả nước ép ha. Đây để đây nè, đây để đây nè. Đây để đây nè. Đây nhá. Đấy sẽ phải mình làm nhá. Chưa? Sẽ là mình làm đồ ăn cho mình ăn đấy chưa? Không là bụng nhá. Rồi. Đây, ngồi đây ha. Đây, làm cái ly nhá. Xanh rồi Ly ơi, xanh rồi. Xanh rồi. Xanh rồi. Wow, chín à, chào ba ký nhá. Rồi, chào ba ký. Để đánh sâu nhá. Cho bỏ này ha. Này bỏ này nha.
In the kitchen, as Dad used a knife to peel the watermelon, Lily didn't sit still. She got a basket, and each time her dad cut off a piece of the rind, Lily would quickly pick it up and put it in the basket, keeping the kitchen tidy.
Đây nữa. Đây ạ. Đây nhé. Ta cho đi miếng nhỏ thử nhé. Đây đi thử đi. Sao? Được không? Đặt miếng này. Chứ đừng ngọt lắm nhỉ. Chưa? Cái đấy hơi nhạt nè. Ngon nè. Này nước ép thì ngon đúng không? Ha. Ừ. Đây bỏ thịt thứ ba nhé. Cần bỏ đây thứ ba này. Đúng rồi. Được không? Ngon không? Ừ. Chờ bà tí nhé, bà lấy cái máy à. Cắt đi nhiều nhiều nhé. Ăn cái đã ha.
After peeling it, Dad carefully cut a heaping plate of watermelon for Lily with all the seeds removed.
Đi nào. Bây giờ bà lấy nước uống cho ha. Nào, qua ghế đi.
Lily sat at her little table, using a fork to eat each sweet, juicy piece of watermelon.
Ăn đi bà lấy nước rồi nhá. Xong chưa?
After she finished eating, her dad brought her a glass of cool watermelon juice. Lily happily took the straw and savored the sweet treat from their garden, a perfect reward for their hard work.
Ăn xong đi nghỉ ngơi nhé. Ăn xong uống xong đi nghỉ ngơi nhé, thấy chưa?
Under the gentle midday sun, in a small, peaceful house, lived a special member named Lily. That day, while her dad was out working in the garden, Lily was resting leisurely in a striped hammock, her eyes half closed as she enjoyed the silence. But soon, her little stomach began to rumble, signaling that hunger was approaching. Unwilling to wait, Lily decided to prepare a meal for herself. Her first target was the familiar yellow refrigerator. But alas, it was completely empty. There were none of the snacks she had hoped for. A fleeting sense of disappointment passed, and Lily closed the refrigerator door, her eyes scanning the kitchen. Her gaze suddenly stopped on the high-hanging kitchen cabinet, and that became her new target. She scrambled onto the kitchen counter to reach the cabinet door. When she opened it, her eyes lit up as she saw a packet of instant noodles, a quick and tempting meal. Taking out the packet, Lily began the process of cooking. The packet seemed tougher than she thought. After fumbling to tear it with her hands, Lily used her small teeth to bite it open. And finally succeeded. She carefully poured the golden noodle cake into a small pot. Next, Lily ran to the water dispenser, filled a yellow cup, and ceremoniously poured it into the pot. She placed the lid on top. The preparation was complete. While waiting for the noodles to boil, a familiar sound rang out from the bedroom. The chime of the phone. Curious, Lily ran in. Hopped onto the bed and picked up the device.
Great job!
The screen lit up with colorful videos, drawing Lily into another world. The little monkey became engrossed in watching, her eyes glued to the screen, and in the allure of technology, she completely forgot about the pot of noodles simmering on the stove.
Yay!
Just then, Lily's dad returned, tired from his work in the garden. As he stepped into the house, an unpleasant burnt smell hit him. Sensing something was wrong, he rushed into the kitchen. Before him was a dreadful sight. Lily's pot of noodles was burnt black, and smoke was billowing out.
Cái bụng nấu mì tôm hay sao trời?
If he had come home just a little later, a fire might have started. He quickly turned off the stove, moved the burnt pot out of the danger zone, and then went to find Lily.
Ly ơi! Ly ơi!
Dad,
Ly ơi!
Dad.
Trời,
He
Ly, Ly,
found the little
con xem
monkey
thoại
still
này á.
sitting on the
Để Ly
bed,
lấy cái gì
her
đó.
eyes
Thấy không?
glued to the phone screen,
Trời
completely
ơi.
unaware of the disaster that had
Xem thoại
almost
thôi.
happened in the kitchen.
Ra đây cho ba cho xem này.
Quietly,
Đi đây.
he approached,
Thì cháy đen luôn.
gently took the phone from Lily's hand
Cái gì
and
nó cháy
put
hết
it
rồi.
away.
Không ăn được
Then
nữa
he
đâu.
took her small
Thấy không?
hand and led her
Đây
to the
này,
kitchen.
Đây, đây con xem nhé. Đây này. Này, con thấy chưa? Thấy chưa?
Before Lily's
Nè.
eyes was the consequence of her own forgetfulness.
Đấy. Cháy hết rồi cái kia. Nè.
The blackened pot
Nè.
and the burnt
Sao mà
smell
ăn được?
still lingering in the
Hả?
air.
Ủa?
Her dad pointed at it, his face not
Thấy
angry
chưa?
but
Sao mà ăn được
stern,
nữa?
his
Kìa.
eyes looking at Lily
Đó.
as if to warn her to be more careful next time.
Có thấy không?
It was
Có thấy
only
chưa?
then that Lily became truly flustered and
Phải để ý rồi
scared.
chứ.
She looked
Mình
at
nấu
the
ăn mình
pot,
phải để ý vào
then at her
không cháy
dad,
nhà luôn đấy.
and realized her serious
May là đồ ăn cháy
mistake.
thôi chứ ba phát hiện
He
sớm
knew
không
the
là chết
little
rồi.
monkey
Thấy
didn't
không?
mean it, and that she had learned her
Lên đi.
lesson.
Phải cẩn thận đấy chưa? Phải cẩn thận nhá.
After cleaning up the battlefield and being tired from working under the sun, he decided to go to the room for a short nap. Remorse washed over her. Her small shoulders began to shake, and the little monkey burst into quiet sobs. Watching her dad quietly go to his room to rest, Lily felt incredibly guilty. She thought he must be very angry with her.
Dad.
An idea flashed in the little monkey's mind. She had to do something to make up for it. outside for a moment and returned with a fragrant bag of popcorn. She tiptoed into the room, placed it on the bed,
Sao Ly?
and gently nudged her dad's hand. Her dad
Ba đâu có
opened
giận
his
Ly đâu mà mang cái
eyes.
này cho ba.
The
Hả?
first thing he saw was the
Cái này
bag
tính
of
đâu ra vậy?
popcorn
Tính
and
đâu à?
Lily's worried eyes
Oh.
watching him. Understanding everything, he smiled kindly and explained to Lily that he wasn't angry at all, just tired from working and needed a little
Nghỉ
rest.
hơn nhé Ly nhé. Đây xem này. Ồ, bắp ngon quá ha. Ở đâu đây? Đấy, mua về hả? Đấy, mua về hả? Đây đi ăn nhé. Đi ra ngoài đi ăn đi. Chứ ăn đây nó bẩn giường ấy. Ha. Đi.
To affirm his words and ease Lily's guilt, he opened his arms and lifted the little monkey up, and together they went to the living room.
Ngoan ha. Đây, còn ngồi đây bà lấy cho Ly ăn nhé. Đi ngồi đây nhé. Đây bà lấy cho Ly ăn thấy không? Thấy không? Đây, trời ơi, sao đâu mà. Thấy không?
Now, in the open space, they opened the bag of popcorn.
Bắt tầng bơ nhé. Cái mỏi, cái mỏi thèm ăn kìa. Đây, đấy.
He took a piece, and Lily took one too. Just like that, the two sat together, sharing every crispy piece of popcorn.
Bắt thử ha. Ngon nhỉ? Ngon quá ha. Đấy nha.
The burnt noodle incident seemed to be left behind, with only love, understanding, and forgiveness remaining in the small house.
Ồ, ngon thế ha. Trời ơi, ngon quá hả? Làm tơi nhé. Làm tơi nhé.
After their energy was replenished, her dad put his work shirt back on to continue the unfinished tasks in the field. Lily saw him off at the door, a nagging worry still in her heart. She was afraid her dad would get hungry again while working. Without hesitation, Lily ran to the kitchen, opened the refrigerator, and took out a few sweet cakes. She carefully placed them in a small bamboo basket, not forgetting to put on a cute straw hat to shield herself from the sun, and eagerly set off to bring the food to her dad. The dirt path to the field was winding, flanked by green trees. After a short walk, Lily's eyes were drawn to a rambutan tree by the roadside, with clusters of ripe, red fruit dangling invitingly. Unable to resist the sweet temptation, Lily decided to take a short break. She placed the basket of cakes at the base of the tree, nimbly climbed up, chose a sturdy branch to sit on, and began to enjoy the delicious rambutans. sweet taste of the fruit delighted Lily, making her temporarily forget her mission. While engrossed in eating, Lily suddenly heard a rustling sound at the base of the tree. She looked down and froze. A small puppy was sticking its nose into her basket, trying to rummage through and sneak the cakes she intended to bring to her dad. Not daring to delay any longer, she picked up the basket and scurried as fast as she could toward the field where her dad was working. Luckily, everything was still intact. When she arrived, she saw the familiar figure of her dad diligently hoeing the soil and called out to him. Her dad turned around, surprised and delighted to see his little daughter bringing food all the way out to him.
Dad.
À, mang đây cho con ba nào, mang đây. Trời. Đây ngồi đây xem nào. Rồi mang đi cho ba đây. Con ngồi đây. Rồi. Cho ba cho con đấy. Này cho ba cho con đây.
Lily proudly presented the basket of cakes to her dad.
Móc cho ba đi.
He accepted it, patting Lily's head affectionately before sitting down to enjoy them.
Đi cho ba bóc ra. Đây ha, đây nè. Mình bóc ở đây ha. Đó, thấy chưa?
Seeing her dad's tired figure and his back drenched in sweat after a hard day's work, Lily decided to give him her entire share of the cakes. She didn't eat, but simply sat beside him, happily watching her dad eat with relish, because her joy came from being able to care for the dad she loved so much.
Con biết ở đây mà tìm à? Biết đây mà tìm. À, bữa ba dắt Ly đi rồi mà, đúng không? Có hả? Ăn rồi hả? Ăn xong đi về nhé. Ngon quá nhỉ? Không cảm giác gì. Không cần hả? Không hả? Không hả? Thôi được rồi, ba chờ đi về nhé. Bé đi về nhé. Nhé. Rồi, bánh nha. Sao ba đói là mang bánh cho ba hả? Giỏi quá hả?
Having completed her mission perfectly, the two of them returned home together as the evening shadows lengthened. When they got back to the garden behind the house, the work was not yet over. Today was the day to harvest Thai eggplants. Lily proved to be an excellent helper. She wore a small bamboo basket on her back and followed her dad. Before starting the work, her dad lovingly bent down, carefully selected, and picked the plumpest first of the season Thai eggplant and gave it to Lily. It was a way for the little monkey to taste the first sweet fruit of their shared labor.
Oh.
Ly đừng nói ba bỏ nha. Giỏi lắm. Nè, cho con thử một quả này. Ngon lắm á. Cái này vàng mình bỏ đi nhé.
After taking a delicious bite, she began mimicking her dad's movements, carefully picking each plump purple eggplant and placing it in her basket.
Rồi đi qua đây đi ơi.
Dad.
Rồi được rồi ha. Rồi đi nào Ly ơi.
Before long, the small basket was filled with the fruits of her labor.
Đi nào, đi. Qua đây con. Nào để bà giúp Ly nào. Ui trời. Đây, một tay đi con. Đúng rồi nào. Đó, rồi ngồi ghế đi con. Đây, để đây ha.
When they had filled a large basket, her dad said he needed to go inside to get a few more things.
Bye-bye.
waiting, Lily looked at the full basket and had the idea to help her dad move it into the shade. However, the basket was too heavy for her. While struggling with it, Lily accidentally tipped it over, and all the freshly harvested eggplants tumbled and scattered all over the ground. Lily was horrified. She was afraid that this time her dad couldn't possibly not be angry. She quickly used both hands, clumsily picking up each eggplant and putting it back in the basket.
Ly ơi, ba cái đem nho cho Ly nè.
Just then, her dad came out of the house and witnessed the whole scene. Lily hung her head, bracing for a scolding. But no, her dad just walked over quietly, sat down beside her, and without saying a word, began to help Lily pick up the remaining eggplants. His actions spoke louder than 1,000 words. It showed Lily that mistakes can happen, and the important thing is to fix them together.
Giỏi lắm, cảm ơn Ly nha.
After they had cleaned up, the two decided to make pickled eggplants. Her dad held the knife and sliced the eggplants, while Lily sat beside him, watching intently and helping to gather the sliced pieces.
Đúng rồi. Đi bỏ cho ba đi.
Then, her dad asked Lily to go inside and get the jar of salt.
Đi vào lấy muối giúp ba nhé. Đi này, muối này con. Rồi bà. Bà đi con lấy muối với con. Đi đi.
Oh.
The little monkey quickly ran and brought it out.
Ra rồi hả? Giỏi quá, cảm ơn Ly nhé. Nào, đưa cái muối cho ba nào. Nắng quá ha. Đây. Đừng ngập nước này. Đừng ngâm muối này ha. Thấy nước không? Nhìn biết uống là biết cái nước này nhỉ? Ôi chà, đã quá ha. Thôi bà ngâm muối xong rồi ba. Đây trái cây cho Ly ăn nhé. Đổ muối mình ngâm nhé. Ngâm ha, xong mình đậy lại nhé.
To reward Lily for her hard work and good behavior throughout the long day, her dad took out a bunch of fresh grapes.
Cái nho này nó hơi chát tí nhé Ly nhá. Ăn thử xem ăn được không ha. Đây, cho con này.
Lily accepted them happily and took a bite. The grapes were a little sour, making her squint slightly, but it was immediately followed by a wave of pure sweetness. She ate them with delight. Sao con? Ăn được không? Chát quá. Ly giỏi ăn đấy Ly. Ngon quá ha. Ăn tí bà cho thêm chuối nhé. Chát đó mọi người ạ. Ngon chát quá.
để bà lấy chuối cho Ly nhé.
Seeing this, her dad peeled and gave her a ripe yellow banana as well.
Ừ.
Nhắn gì?
Đúng rồi. Ừ. Ngon quá ha. Ừ. Oh.
The day ended in peace.
Ừ.
Lily had learned many things
Cái nho này
about
chắc
being
không nhỉ?
careful, about
chắc kìa.
responsibility, and most importantly, about the boundless love
Nó
and
ngọt
forgiveness of her dad.
Ngon. Ly thích cái đúng rồi nhỉ.
Despite the mistakes and unexpected mishaps, what remained in the end were the moments of sharing the fruits of their labor, as sweet as the taste of a banana and as memorable as the sweet and sour taste of the grapes.
Ừ. Nhảy ra lắm. Ừ.
Under the golden afternoon sun, the story begins with the image of the diligent monkey, Lily. With a determined look on her face, she was struggling to pull a small wooden cart along the dusty dirt path leading to the garden. Upon reaching the lush green garden, Lily's eyes lit up when she discovered large, round watermelons with dark green stripes lying peacefully on the ground. She joyfully picked the first one and easily loaded it onto the cart.
Hey! Oh,
The second one, however, which was much larger and heavier, proved to be a great challenge. Lily struggled for a long time, using her entire little body to roll, push, and find every possible angle to get it onto the cart. After many efforts, with one final powerful heave, she managed to hoist the heavy watermelon into the cart with a sigh of relief. Just when it seemed everything was going smoothly, an unexpected incident occurred on the way home, pushing the cart laden with her harvest. The front wheel of the cart suddenly sank into a deep hole in the middle of the path, causing the cart to jolt to a halt and tilt sharply to one side. Lily used all her might, gripping the cart's handle tightly and straining to pull, but it wouldn't budge. Beads of sweat began to form on her brow, and a sense of helplessness slowly crept in. Right at her moment of despair, a friendly pig with a jet black coat who was wandering by saw her struggle.
hey! Oh, hi!
Without a moment's hesitation, the pig ran over, letting out encouraging oinks, and used its strong snout as leverage to push from behind, while Lily pulled with all her strength from the front. Thanks to their perfect teamwork and the power of friendship, the cart slowly moved forward and was freed from the hole. Lily was so overjoyed she was speechless. She ran to embrace the pig to express her sincere gratitude.
Bye-bye!
Afterward, Lily successfully pulled the cart of watermelons all the way home to her yard.
Dad! Dad!
Đi đi. Cái gì đây? Đi đâu về đấy? Ô. Cái gì trời?
Her dad came out to greet her,
Ngọt chưa hả?
looking at the fruits of her labor with a proud look in his
Chín chưa mà
eyes.
thu hoạch kìa Ly? Hả? Thèm dưa à? Ly thèm dưa à? Hả? Chín chưa mà thu hoạch? Ừ. Bạn thấy là chưa chín đâu nhỉ? Thế rồi. Hơi non á. Nè. Con không búng được, không biết đúng không? Dưa này chưa chín đâu ha, để ba bộ thử nhá. Được không? Mà sao kéo về hay hả Ly? Đây đứng này. Wow, 2 quả luôn hả? Qua đây, con làm cho xem này. Bên đây ngồi đi. Đây, con làm cho xem thử nhá. Xem có chín không à? Nào, bỏ mũi đây ha. Thử nhá, bỏ đây thử ha. Trời ơi, vội quá mà phải chờ tới chín ha.
He took one of the watermelons she'd brought and cut it open, but unfortunately, the flesh inside was still white and unripe. Seeing Lily's face fall with disappointment, her dad smiled comfortingly. Luckily, he had already prepared a ripe red watermelon in the refrigerator.
Thử miếng coi. Đó, chín đỏ không? Đây, ngồi đây, chờ bà tí nha, bà cắt cho Ly ăn nha.
He took it out and cut it into cool, juicy red triangles for Lily to eat.
Chín đỏ không? Chờ bà tí nha, bà cắt cho Ly ăn ha. Đúng rồi, phải biết bình tĩnh chờ đợi ha. Đây. Rồi đi nào. Đấy, làm thế nào cũng để dành cái ly này, thấy không? Thấy không? Rồi, cũng ngồi ghế đi.
As the sweetness of the melon melted in her mouth, the sweetness of kindness also welled up in Lily's heart.
Chưa được nữa nhỉ? Không ăn được.
She suddenly remembered the kind pig who had helped her. Without hesitation, she placed the best slices of melon on a plate and carefully carried them out to the garden to share with her friend. As the sweetest and most sincere thank you.
Oh.
That morning was truly peaceful. In the small house, the little monkey named Lily was lounging on the yellow beanbag chair, her eyes glued to the TV screen. Her dad, dressed in a simple gray outfit, walked over gently, his warm hand stroking his little daughter's head. He spoke to Lily with affectionate words, and she responded with a look of complete trust. A little later, he stood up, walked to a cabinet, and took down his helmet. It was time for him to go out. Lily understood immediately. As her dad's silhouette appeared at the doorway, a small figure trotted right after him. Lily stood behind her dad, her round eyes looking up, filled with a sky of hope. "Dad, can I come with you?" Seeing his daughter's eager face, her dad couldn't bear to refuse. "Of course, my little princess. Go inside and get your helmet." But at that exact moment, the phone in her dad's pocket rang.
Hello.
While still on the phone, her dad unconsciously wheeled the motorbike out into the yard, his mind completely absorbed in the conversation.
Dad.
After a bit of fumbling, Lily finally managed to get the helmet on securely. Filled with excitement, she ran out into the yard, ready for a fun trip. But the yard was empty. The motorbike was gone. Dad was no longer there. The smile on Lily's face vanished. She stood frozen, looking around in confusion. Where was Dad? Where had he gone without her? Elsewhere, after finishing his call, her dad was startled by the unusual silence. Oh no, I forgot Lily, he cried out in his mind.
Lily ở nhà lúc nào trời? Thôi hay đi mua đồ cho Lily ăn sao ha?
Meanwhile, back at home, Lily's little heart had sunk into disappointment. She shuffled to the gate, her sad eyes staring out at the empty road, and leaned her head against the bars, waiting in vain. Finally, when she knew for sure that her dad wasn't coming back, Lily trudged back into the house. She climbed onto a table and gently took off her helmet, setting it down as if laying to rest a broken promise. She then went into the bedroom, found a quiet corner, and curled up, sadness enveloping her small frame. At the same time, her dad, though feeling terribly guilty, had to continue to the market because his errand was urgent. After a while, feeling too suffocated inside the house, Lily went out to the garden and sat alone under a tree, her gaze distant. When her dad returned, he rushed into the house and went straight to the bedroom to search for her. Lily, where are you? He called out, his voice filled with worry.
Đâu trời? Lily!
Not seeing his daughter, he hurried out to the garden, continuing to call her name. Hearing her dad, Lily, who was now sitting on the fence, was startled. A feeling of being hurt rose up inside her. She slid down and hid behind a bush. Lily didn't want to face the dad who had forgotten her.
Lily! Trời, đâu rồi? Chắc là giận mình thì sao nhỉ? Lily ơi!
From within the bushes, she watched him silently. She saw how agitated her dad was, running back and forth, even checking inside the storage shed. Seeing the worry and regret so clearly on his face, the resentment in Lily's heart began to melt away. After a few minutes of desperate searching, her dad finally spotted his daughter hiding behind the bush. He said nothing, but rushed over and swept Lily into his arms. He held her tightly, kissing her forehead and cheeks, his hand continuously patting her little back. Those actions were a substitute for 1,000 apologies, begging her to forgive his mistake. Feeling her dad's love and remorse, Lily nuzzled her head against his chest. She had forgiven him. The two of them walked back into the house together, the heavy atmosphere completely gone. To make it up to my little princess, he said in a playful tone, I have a surprise for you. He placed Lily neatly on a chair, and then, like a magician, he pulled a tiny, shiny black object from his pocket. It was a pair of miniature sunglasses. Lily curiously watched her dad carefully put the glasses on for her. The world around her became a little darker, but infinitely cooler. But the surprise wasn't over. Her dad then brought out a brand new bright yellow helmet, replacing the blue one from the broken promise. The new helmet fit perfectly. Now, with her black sunglasses and yellow helmet, Lily looked like a real cool biker.
Lily chào. Chào mọi người nhá. Chào, xin chào. Xin chào. Thôi đi ha, đi.
All right, Racer Lily, let's hit the road.
Đi đi.
This time, the promise was kept. The dad and daughter, in their cool outfits, got on the motorbike together. The engine roared to life, starting a real journey. Lily sat in front, held securely within her dad's safe embrace. The wind gently rustled her soft fur. She delightedly watched the countryside scenery stream by, lush green rice fields, rows of trees that ran backward, and the white clouds drifting lazily across the sky. The motorbike stopped in front of a small roadside cafe with colorful plastic chairs. Her dad gently lifted Lily down, carefully took off her helmet and glasses, and chose a table with the best view.
Đi gọi uống gì kêu nha. Cô ơi, cho con menu cô.
He ordered a platter of mixed fruit and a glass of warm milk. Lily sat on the chair, her little legs dangling, curiously taking in everything.
Đẹp ha, đẹp ha. Ngồi im, ngồi im. Ngồi im chờ tí ha. Đấy, chờ tí bà mang ra ha.
Before long, a plate of fresh, colorful fruit was brought out. Her dad carefully used a fork to spear a piece of apple and fed it to Lily. The apple was crisp and sweet. She happily accepted, her cute little mouth munching with delight, her eyes crinkling with joy.
Ta xong sữa nhá. Được chưa?
Just like that, he patiently fed her piece by piece, chatting with her as he did. After the fruit,
Đi ra đi chơi. Thấy không? Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Ngon ha. Sao? Đây này, cầm miếng đây này, anh em cầm miếng đây này. Đi ngồi yên chờ tí nào. Cô bỏ đi, làm sao? Nóng đấy. Nóng đấy. Đây này. Cắn cô. Này, nóng đấy, chưa này.
he gently stirred her
Thấy
milk.
không?
carefully tasting it himself to make sure it was cool enough before giving it to her to drink.
Trọng ơi. Nè. Rồi, cho bạn đi ha. Được không?
Lily held the glass and took a long drink, leaving an adorable little white mustache on her lip.
Ngon quá ha. Đã quá ha. Đã quá ha. Được không? Hôm nay Ly khỏe mọi người ạ. Bây giờ đi uống xong mình cho Ly đi chơi nhá. Nào đi chơi ha. Đi dạo nhá. Được không? Đã quá ha. Cầm đây này. Sâu sâu đúng rồi.
The two of them enjoyed their light meal together, watching the people pass by in a perfectly joyful and peaceful atmosphere.
Hết luôn. Cố lên nào, hết luôn. Rồi, hết rồi. Chà. Chà.
After Lily was full, her dad even took a napkin, meticulously wiped the trace of milk from her lip, and carefully cleaned each of her little fingers.
Ăn thêm táo không? Không ăn nữa hả? Không ăn bỏ đây. Đó, không ăn. Thôi ha. Rồi, đi nè. Chơi nhá. Rồi xong rồi ha. Rồi mình đi chơi nhá. Tính tiền đi chơi nhá. Nhá. Ha. Rồi, đi bạn. Vào đây. Nè, chơi ha. Tiền nhé. Đấy rồi thôi.
After paying, they didn't hurry home. Instead, her dad found a clear spot on the railing of a small bridge and sat down, holding Lily. They sat together in silence, watching the gentle river flow. The soft afternoon sun cast a sparkling golden layer on the water's surface. Her dad pointed out the lush green water hyacinths drifting with the current and the occasional small fish that would leap from the water. Lily was completely relaxed. She leaned her head against her dad's chest, listening to the soothing sound of the lapping water and feeling the steady beat of his heart.